welcome everyone. Today we are going to start a new chapter in science, that is chapter number 7, metals and non-metals of standard 8. So student, you know that elements are generally classified into three categories, that is metals, non-metals and metalloids. So in this chapter we are going to learn about metals, non-metals and metalloids. So but in today's video we will learn only about the all the objects or material in the world are made from elements, compound or their mixture. So student, you all must have heard the term metals in many times, right? So for example, iron is used to make buildings, and copper also it is used to make electric wires. The mobiles and laptops which you are using to see this lesson are also made up of some types of metals. And jewelries like rings, bangles, necklace and many more are also made up of metals like gold, silver and platinum, etc. So now let's study the physical properties of metals. So under the physical property of metals, first is the physical. So students, under ordinary temperature metals stay in solid state. Ordinary temperature means room temperature. So at room temperature, you all can see in the picture also, the metals are present in which state? It is in solid state. And mercury, and exceptions are mercury and gallium. Okay, all the metals are present in solid state at room temperature, but these two metals like mercury and gallium are in liquid state even at room temperature. Now mercury are used in thermometer and metal gallium are used in electronic devices. The second physical property of metals is luster. Here you can see some lustrous metals like copper, silver, iron and gold. So students, luster means the property to shine, the property of shine. So metals have the property to shine. You can see like copper, silver, iron, gold, they are shining. So these are the lustrous metals. So student, in here you have to take a copper vessel and scrub it with a lemon and then rinse. So this is a copper vessel. Before rinsing, before scrubbing it with the lemon, and then after this you can see copper, after scrubbing the copper vessel with the lemon, you can see the picture that how the copper vessel is shining. So light gets reflected from the clean surface of metals and the metals looks lustrous. That means they shine, they start shines. Here you can see some lustrous vessels like this, made up of copper, coins, and here all these are examples of lustrous metals. Generally metals are hard. So here few exceptions are there, that is sodium and potassium are very soft and can be easily cut by a knife. So student, usually if we take any type of a metal around us like iron, copper, aluminium and any other type of a metal, okay, and if we try to cut these metal with a knife, you can easily not be able to do so. Why? Because these are the hard metal, but sodium and potassium are soft metal, so that they can easily get cut with the knife. Next property is a ductility. So when a metal is pulled through a hole, its wire is formed. This property of metal is called a ductility. So basically the property of metal in which metal is converted into a wire. Okay, metal is converted into a wire is called a ductility. Here you all can see one picture in which you can see a copper metal which is then converted into a copper wire, okay, through a hole. Here you can see a gold wire, aluminium wire. So these are the wires which are formed from the metals by pulling through a hole. Now next property of metal is malleability. So student, if this is a property of changing the metal object into a thin sheet, it is called a malleability. You can see in the picture a metal is taken and that metal is hammered so that it can get converted into a thin sheet. So this property is called as a malleability, in which the metal is converted into a thin sheet. So gold is a most malleable metal, and silver also. Here you can see another example of this malleability, like aluminium foil. Okay, this is an example of malleability in which the aluminium is converted into a thin sheet. And next is a copper foil. Second, sixth physical property of metal is the conduction of heat. So student, when metal is heated, there is a flow of a heat from one point to another. This states that metals are good conductor of heat. Examples: silver, copper, aluminium are the best conductor of a heat. So student, the metals through which the heat can easily flow or pass are the good conductor of a heat, and the metals through which the heat cannot be passed, these are the bad conductor of heats. Now next is conduction of electricity. So which metals are used to make electrical wires? So it is aluminium and copper. So these are the metal which are the good conductor of electricity. That means from the aluminium and copper, electricity can easily be passed from these metals. Metals are good conductors of electricity. Lead is an exception, which is neither a good conductor of a heat nor a good conductor of electricity. That means from the lead, we cannot pass the heat also and electricity also. Okay, so lead is a bad conductor of a heat and electricity. Next property is density. First, student, we will see what is a density. So density tells us how tightly matter is packed together. That means how the particles are arranged very tightly or arranged very closely to each other. Okay, this is nothing but a density. If something is packed very tightly together, it is considered to be dense. That means student, here you can see 3 circles in which pink color particles are there. Okay, so in first circle, that is start from the left hand side, the particles are arranged very far away from each other. So this is a low density. Okay, and medium density in means particles are arranged close, far, right, like this. Okay, this is a medium. And high density or more dense means the particles are tightly arranged with each other. But so in the solid, the particles are arranged very closely or very tightly together. So metals have high density. That means the particles of a metals are arranged very closely to each other. Sodium, potassium and lithium are exceptions, having lower density than the water. The density of lithium is only 0.53 gram per cubic centimeter. Now next we have is melting point and boiling point of metal. First of all, let's understand what is a melting point and a boiling point. So melting point is the temperature at which a solid changes to liquid. That means in melting point solid is getting converted into the liquid, right? And boiling point, the temperature at which the liquid changes to gas. That means a liquid is getting converted into the gas. Here you can see in a picture also, that is solid to liquid, the conversion is melting, or it is a melting point. Okay, then from liquid to gas, it is a boiling point or evaporation. So generally metals have high melting points and boiling points. Exceptions are mercury, gallium, sodium and potassium. These have less boiling point and melting. The next property is sonority. So metals are sonorous. That means they produce a ringing sound when hit. This property allows it to be used for making bells. So student, when a metal is struck to a hard object, they produce a sound. That means they are sonoral. So metals are sonorous. Okay, so this property is, here you can see a bell. Okay, this is ringing. That means if it is metals are struck with a hard object, it produces a sound, which is used in your school bells also, your door bells also. Okay, so this is the property of sonority. So student, here we have finished this part in which we have seen all the physical properties of a metals. We have seen 10 physical properties of a metals, and next part of this chapter we are